everything look good, including being overweight. So, you know. Scientifically, you cannot drink alkaline water and it makes your cells alkalytic. The closer you are to nature, the healthier you'll be.
Okay, and happy Saturday, everyone. You are in the Mind of Nature, hosted by Dr. Zarif, the nutritionist. Thank you all so much for showing up and doing the things like liking, comment, and just participating in the live. We appreciate everyone. We go live every Saturday, 8 a.m. Pacific time, and we have some great topics lined up for you today. Herbs for different types of pain, lifestyle measures that enhance pain relief, and also herbal categories and types. So as you're coming in, please go ahead and share the live, give us thumbs up, comment, let us know that you are there, and just become a part of the conversation. It's always a great a time when we get everyone participating. So Dr. Zarif, go ahead and join me here on stage so we can get started. Grand Rising, good morning, and all the things to you.
Grand Rising. Thank you very much. I definitely am happy to be here. I'm talking about one of the favorite subjects. I love herbs and the things that they do. Of course, we have made it easier for you to comprehend by reducing the categories of herbs and the different names of herbs and the history of these herbs. And sometimes it's overwhelming. So part of just a little bit of knowledge can be very dangerous. It's good to hear the a bigger story about just a simple few herbs. So we're going to talk about that today, and we're specifying, or we're specifically going to talk about those herbs that are very effective when it comes to pain relief. Now, this comes from many sources, and some of these there are some things that are not from me, but they're from many sources, and we want to share those with you. Did you want to do some shout outs before we move on? Okay. We're going to go ahead and start in here.
No, I had my button on the other side. But no, right now we are good. We are good as far as any shout outs.
Okay, so let's go right into it. When we talk about herbs, first of all, herbs don't work by themselves. There is a combination of things. That's one of the most important things that we probably are missing when we talk about exercise. We're like, I'm doing my exercise now, but that isn't going to work if you're doing exercise and you're eating foods that are interrupting your balance. Or you might say, I'm getting good sleep, really deep sleep, but you're not working out, or any combination of these things. So it's important to understand the principles so that you'll be able to help yourself when it comes to fighting against colds, disease, infection, so forth. Now, everything is a combination, and I know people say everything is a combination, but look, not necessarily. Physics currently treats some entities as fundamental, meaning that they are now known or they are not known to be made of smaller parts. So fundamentally, we're speaking about there are when it comes to physics, physically currently treats some entities as the fundamental, meaning that they are not known to be made of smaller parts. Examples include electrons and quarks. Now, you don't have to be a chemist, just take these things, listen to them, write them down. You can also go along with me. And those of you that want to check everything, be my guest, and that will be something that you'll find that what I'm sharing with you is science, is not just subjectivity. So on with it again. We left off at the electrons and quarks according to the current standard model of particle physics. Whether these particles are truly fundamental or composed of something even deeper is still an open scientific question. Now, this is also one of the deepest questions when it comes to science and philosophy. The short answer is because the universe is built through relationships rather than isolated objects. Almost everything we encounter is a combination of simpler components that come together to create something new. And this pattern appears at nearly every level of reality. Let's look at some examples. Atoms. Atoms are combinations of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Molecules are a combination of atoms. Cells are combinations of molecules. Organs are a combination of cells. Living organisms are combinations of organs working together, and ecosystems are combinations of living organisms and their environment. Even galaxies are combinations of stars, gas, dust, dark matter, and planets. The same principle extends beyond physical objects. Now, a language is a combination of like your letters, your sounds, and your grammar. A song is a combination of notes, rhythm, and harmony. A computer is a combination of electronic components and software. And a society is a combination of individuals interacting with one another. And that's really important. We talk about the human touch a lot here on the Mind of Nature. Now, why does nature work this way? Why? And there's several reasons. One, stability. Many individual particles are more stable when they combine. For example, hydrogen and oxygen atoms that can bond to form water, which has properties neither atom has on its own. So in other words, these atoms, once they combine, they become what's necessary for us to live. And if they don't combine, we don't get the end product. Number two is efficiency. Combining the simple building blocks allows nature to create enormous complexity without inventing a completely new kind of object each time. I want you to think Lego bricks. A small set of pieces can just produce millions of different creations. And especially if you've been following some of the political, I would say, political expressions and this political war that's happening. There's plenty of the Lego examples that they're using now for propaganda and support. Let's go to number three, emergence. When parts interact, they often produce entirely new properties that none of the parts possess individually. Water is wet, yet a single hydrogen atom or oxygen atom is not. Consciousness appears to emerge from billions of interconnected neurons, even though an individual neuron is not conscious. Number four would be the evolution. Evolution over billions of years, billions of years, systems that combine in successful ways tended to survive and to reproduce. Now, this is why life itself is built from combinations of simpler molecules. A broader perspective would be many of the philosophers that have noticed that the reality seems to be structured like a hierarchy, like simple rules yields simple parts, yields complex structures, yields new behaviors. Now, this suggests that complexity doesn't require the fundamentally new ingredients, only new ways for existing ingredients to interact. So, the reason almost everything is a combination of other things is that combining simple building blocks is an efficient way for the universe to generate vast complexity, stability, and entirely new properties. Is one of the most remarkable patterns we observe in nature, from this or the smallest particles to the largest galaxies. It's constantly going. Okay, I'm going to stop now and take a break, and we're going to come back with why herbs are different and the different types of herbs that are used for the different types of pain. Okay, we're back to care.
Thank you so much, Dr. Zarif, and everyone in the room. If you are just joining us, hello to you. You are in the Mind of Nature, hosted by Dr. Zarif, the nutritionist, and we are talking all things herbs today. And so, if you have not already, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Also, share, comment, let us know that you're there, so that way we can engage with you and say hello and all the things. We appreciate everyone that comes into the live stream and drops comments and, just let us know that you're there. It really is appreciated when that happens. So, Dr. Zarif, I'm going to go ahead and send it back over to you.
I want to say good morning to Omay Photography over there, Sean, my brother. Welcome, good morning. Damaris, Eye Cells, thank you very much for being here. She has a message here. Thank you for this. So I keep hearing different. What is the best things is it better to drink from a copper cup? Okay, you can drink from a copper cup. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just when we overdo it, especially when you're drinking something cold in a cup, you don't have to worry about the reaction of the molecules. It's the high heat which causes the uh, problems that we have with drinking in certain metals. So as long as you're drinking like cold or room temperature, there's no worry there. But remember, again, I always warn people about overdoing things. You can easily, if it's cobalt, zinc, copper, iron, whatever the mineral is, it can be a complexity if you overdo it. Also, like to say good morning to Ruth Taylor. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, it's great to see you here, and let's take notes, everybody, because this is really a lot of information that's going to be very helpful for you down the line. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the herbs for different types of pain. For
I'm sorry. I just saw a comment that came in, Dr. James Thompson saying good morning as well over here.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you very much, and welcome, Dr. James. Good to see you here, and good. I got some backup.
And then Glenn Johnson as well. This
Hey, all right.
great and beautiful day to everyone. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it.
Detroit in the house. Okay, as we were going into the herbs for a different pain, Now, this is very important because you see that it can really help you stabilize or balance out your health. First, we start off with joint pain and arthritis. You can use turmeric, boswellia, ginger, and devil's claw. I'm going to go back over this later on so you get a better idea of it. Also, if you have muscle soreness, arnica, ginger, turmeric, and peppermint. If you have nerve pain, capsaicin. You will find this in cayenne or just simple red pepper. Headaches, peppermint, and the mint family as far as that, but peppermint, the white willow bark, and lavender. Now, a lot of people use lavender for many things, and that's wonderful because it's very versatile. Menstrual cramps, you can use ginger and chamomile. When you need an antispasmodic, when you're cramping, the ginger and chamomile are a great choice. Back pain, if you have back pain, devil's claw, white willow bark, and turmeric. All of these, keep these in mind because once you use them, you might say, okay, I got that, but now what do I do with it? You can chop it up and put it in salads. You can also use it in different drinks. You can make your own, whip up something in the blender. You can just be aware of the excess sugar that a lot of times these drinks may bring. But for the most part, many herbs have traditionally been used to help relieve pain. Some have stronger scientific evidence than others, and they are generally most effective as part of a comprehensive pain management plan. You need a strategy. Now, these herbs can interact with medications, meaning that there's a contra indicators, especially the blood thinners, the diabetes medications, blood pressure medications, and the antidepressants. So it's important to consult with your PCP, your healthcare provider, before using them on a regular basis. So make sure and start also small to see if there's any interaction there that is not overwhelming to your body's systems. Now, what is this right here? This is turmeric, and turmeric you'll see sometimes is advertised like this, curcumin, and you also, it'll say veggie caps, and you'll also see the or veg caps, and you'll see vegetarian. Now this can go vegetarian, and usually when it's veggie is really speaking to more like vegetarian, and then vegan will just come straight out and say vegan, but it can be really tricky there, the veggie or the vegetable cap. So just excuse me, just be aware of that. Okay. Now, this curcumin or the turmeric is best for arthritis, joint pain, muscle soreness, chronic inflammation. When I work out, I can be sore sometimes. It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm very sore, I have to do a combination of things. One of the things is getting in some nice warm water. Sometimes it depends on what kind of injury it is. I start off with ice, but it is important to know what to do, what to take, and how much of it to take. Turmeric contains curcumin, and curcumin is a potent anti-inflammatory, and it's a compound that may help you to reduce the pain associated with osteoarthritis and other inflammatory conditions. It is absorbed better when it's taken with black pepper. There's the active ingredients in black pepper is called pepperine, and a meal that's containing healthy fat. Healthy fat are the EFAs, which are essential fatty acids. Some of the benefits: reducing the inflammation. Also, it may ease arthritis pain and supports joint mobility. Now we move on to the beautiful looks and the works of ginger. Ginger is delicious. It's a beautiful plant to use here. As you see, I went through different forms there. But the ginger is best known for the muscle pain. I'm going to take a little swig. Thank you. Now, the ginger is known for the muscle pain, arthritis, the menstrual cramps, nausea related discomfort. So if you're nauseous and you have to, sometimes it's called reverse peristalsis, where you're spitting up. All of this is important. Ginger can help contain this and manage. It can help. You can manage it because the ginger contains gingerols and are shogols. And this, the shogols, along with the gingerols, are compounds that actually help to decrease the inflammatory chemicals in the body. And that's really important to know because, you know, when you're hurting, when you're in pain, you want something to work right away. And sometimes it's because there's inflammation in your body that you need to decrease the inflammatory chemicals. The benefits are reducing muscle soreness. It may relieve osteoarthritis, and it helps to decrease menstrual cramping. Next, we have boswellia. Now, boswellia is also known as Indian frankincense. Indian frankincense. And boswellia comes in bottles, as you see here. And like here is what I was saying earlier. There is 60 vegetarian capsules. See, it is spelled it out instead of just putting in veggie or veg. This can, for those people who are particular about if it's something is vegan or if it's vegetarian, there is a big difference. Now, when it comes to boswellia, the best for it, or this best as benefits, would be against arthritis. And arthritis, along with the inflammatory bowel disease, chronic joint pain. Boswellia blocks inflammatory pathways that contribute to pain and swelling. The benefits supports the joint health. It improves the mobility and it reduces the chronic inflammation. Next, it almost looks like, you know, when you open the pistachios, you know, like this looks like some real big pistachios. Nevertheless, it's called devil's claw, and devil's claw is it's actually a root, and it's broken down to small pieces, sometimes ground and then stuffed into capsules for use. Now, it's really great. It's an effective with lower back pain, arthritis. The research suggests that devil's claw may reduce the pain and improve function in people with chronic back pain and arthritis, which is super important because if you have any kind of pain that may be in your muscles, you may be in your tendons, your joints. All of these is very important because fibromyalgia, for instance, is one that came to mind, where you have an overactive nervous system, very sensitive. If you don't do something for that, some people ache every single day. Now, I can understand if you have a certain dis-ease that causes you to hurt on a regular basis, but minimizing sometimes you just can't cure it, but you can manage it. So keep that in mind. Sometimes you just have to not look for a cure, but a way to manage it. Next, we have another wonderful herb which is called white willow bark, and it's best for your headaches, your back pain, and arthritis. White willow bark contains a nice, it's called salicin. Salicin is very much like allicin that you find in your garlic, for instance, or onions. So salicin is a natural compound that's related to aspirin. Now, some of the benefits are mild pain relief, reduces inflammation, and you want to avoid it if you have any allergies, allergic to aspirin. Taking blood thinners if you are with child, if you're pregnant, and children with viral illnesses. Very important to know that. Of course, it's good to know always what's going on with your child or a person that can't help themselves. We go to peppermint next. I love peppermint. It's really, really delicious in a lot of food, recipes, drinks, so forth. But it's good for headaches and muscle aches and digestive discomfort. Menthol provides a cooling sensation that may reduce pain when applied to the skin. So the menthol in the peppermint is a cooling sensation that it really works great, and it may just reduce the pain when you put it on your skin. So you might have some holistic combinations or decoctions, creams that can work for you. Arnica. Arnica is a topical only. This is how it looks. It almost gives you that vibe of the sunflowers, and it comes in tubes like this. Now, some of the best uses for it would be the bruises, sprains, and sore muscles. Arnica, or you hear it pronounced arnica and so forth, as long as you can identify with it. But sometimes, like turmeric and turmeric is turmeric, or I'm sorry, is turmeric. Not, see, you almost got me. But it is also a TUR, and then turmeric. So there you have it, spelling bee. Here we go, along with some of the benefits of the arnica is reduces bruising, which is really important in situations, especially if you're in contact sports. It also relieves muscle soreness, and it helps minor injuries. Capsaicin is next. We're going to talk about that red hot stuff that you find in different creams for pain relief. You can also find it in your red peppers. You can also find it in, I didn't put it up here, but you can find it in the pepper spray that the different so-called officers of peace use. So keep that in mind, because you can use it not to just go and hurt people, but you can use it to protect yourself. Now, the capsaicin is also in what is called capsicum. Capsicum is the same thing as cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is the same thing as red pepper. So sometimes it's called by other names. It's best for nerve pain, arthritis, shingle pain. Ooh, well, capsaicin actually works by reducing a pain signaling chemical called substance P. Again, capsaicin works by reducing a pain signaling chemical called substance P. And the benefits are they're effective for nerve pain, as I said about fibromyalgia being a very extreme nervous condition, and it helps the arthritis pain and long lasting relief with regular use. I'll stop right here because we can always go back, but these are some of the things that you can get busy with right away. You can start using this, testing them out for yourself, using small doses, not overdoing it. When something works for some people, they feel like the more that they use, the better they're off. But you can actually take too much of something and exacerbate the okay, the illness there. Let's go on to Carolyn. We're back up in the studio. What's going on, Carolyn?
Thank you so much, Dr. Zari. Great information. I want to give a quick shout outs to, let me see here, Denise Kane. Hello, hello. And good morning to you. Let me see, Not Your Average Joe podcast. Great morning.
Hey.
And Carolyn, hey, good to see you. Good morning to you. I like the question that the person asked in regards to copper, because I was looking into copper as well, and I know they have different like types of like copper. What is it? Like
Right.
wristband or like
Cookware.
bracelets. Say that again.
Oh, I thought you meant the cookware.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, even that, but I do know that copper is seen as a good, healthy um, thing to add to your everyday. What do you have to say about that, Doctor? I see you kind of.
I'm thinking about my brother Manor. Manor was telling me about his uncle. And his uncle, they had a little get together. And when he went to the party, he said, "What you got over there, Unc?" And then he said, "Nah, man, my arm has been hurting, and my knee and my back, everything, man. So I'm just putting this on and see if it really works, because I just bought it, and they said that it really works, and they had a lot of, celebrities use this, athletes." And he said, "Cool, cool. Let me know how it works." So the next time he saw the guy, his uncle, his whole arm had copper rings all the way up to the elbow. And he said, "Man, what's going on with all the rings?" And then he said, "This worked, man. It works. It really works." And he said a subsequent party that he went to, his uncle couldn't hardly even bend bend at the elbows because he had all the copper rings on both sides.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm going to, get that outrageous, but I mean, I do hear that it has good healing properties, and it's something good to add, even like with grounding and things like that. So I was just looking into it. And
Yeah, yeah, that's
your feet
like,
on for like a 10 minutes or something like that a day, or every other day.
yeah, that I think, see, with that I think is well said, because there are things that work like that, and some things aren't just, you got other little stories, folklore, people kind of pass around, but there are things that just seem like, you know, oh, that couldn't work, but you gotta have things that, look, just do it yourself. You want to experiment, find out exactly. All you have to do is get it, wear it. You got 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to return something. So, it would be great for you to check it out yourself and see if that works for you. Because there are many things that will work for me that may not work for you, or vice versa. It might be things that will work for you that wouldn't. It's not even like I had this girlfriend, and not girlfriend, like just friends. We were in high school, and I remember she had the most gorgeous, gorgeous skin, and that was really something. I remember looking at how beautiful her skin was, and she drank, like every time I saw her, she had a Coke or something, especially like when after school,
Hmm.
she would drink. So I would say, "Ooh, man, maybe I'll get that." And I drank Coca-Cola, and I broke out with so many pimples, and I had bumps everywhere, and that's just like one of the stories.
Right.
Some people actually have a bad reaction to copper, and they may not have a bad reaction, but sometimes you have to just check it out for yourself.
Right. On Instagram, My Purpose Production says all the copper around around arms, around you, out of kung fu movies at the Fox Theater. I think that was something that was more.
Oh man, it must be a family member. But yeah, I mean, it's Fox Theater is like in Detroit downtown. This
Hmm.
is where the guys we used to meet on like Saturdays and go there for hours, man, looking at those karate movies, and it was really quite. I'm so glad we chose to spend a lot of time with each other, and we all of us each one of us thought we were way better than what we really were. Yeah. Um, let's go ahead. Any other questions there, comments that we can entertain while we're here?
Nope. I think that is it. That is it. Hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely glad to hear that not just your ordinary Joe is in the house. I know you've been traveling all over the world, and it's good to see that you're back. Thank you very much for stopping in. Dr. James is in the house with us. We had a very good time last week. It was very, very wonderful. These things that I'm happy to see that more people are, as far as we're concerned, and people that are really making the connection with what you put in your mouth, how you exercise, and you sleep, and your human touch makes a huge difference. Now, there are some other things too. There's some other groups and subgroups you can tie it in because it's like you're connected with so many things. But keep in mind that um, in nature, everything in nature has a positively, I shouldn't say good, but I would say a purpose, because good and bad is subjective. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about chamomile. Now, I love chamomile because chamomile helps you. Some people pronounce it chamomile. Remember, it'll change from language to language and sometimes just dialect. The other chamomile helps you to relax. So when you have those days that you feel like your heart is going to jump out your chest, nah, don't do that. Don't suffer from distress. Get you some chamomile tea. It's been around for years, years. I remember at least 20 years ago, I used to go to a place it was called uh, uh, the mess hall. If you know what I'm talking about, put it in write it down for it, and but it was the something something mess hall, uh, Santa Monica, but it was on Venice Beach, and they had the best chili. Everything was vegan. They had the best chili, and then they had great cornbread, and I mean that was like my second kitchen. I lived in that bad boy, and they had some really great teas. One of which was chamomile. They also had moo tea. If you're a vegan, or if you're a person like me that really like these plant-based foods, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, getting on with the chamomiles. Chamomile is best used for muscle spasms and menstrual cramps and digestive pain. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. And if I don't say your name, doesn't mean that you're not important. It's just, if we say everybody's name, I just want you to know that we're glad you're here, okay? Chamomile contains these components with anti-inflammatory and anti-spasmodic properties. It benefits relaxing your muscles and supports your digestion, and it may improve your sleep. I told my sister Denise that I was going to do this, and she was excited about it too. I really love talking about the herbs. Now, the lifestyle measures, as you heard Carolyn at the beginning speak about this, and so that we can expand on it, the lifestyle measures that enhance pain relief. We start with the herbs that tend to work best when they're combined with healthy habits that reduce inflammation and support healing, including eating a rich diet, or a diet rich in fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats. Oh, I heard somebody said, oh, no, you don't supposed to eat seeds because seeds have lectin in it, or we don't supposed to eat seeds because I heard this doctor say that they're bad for you. Don't believe everything that you hear. And you can, right on the spot, remember you got that Google right in your hand. You can look that up, and you will find out if a person is saying something that isn't true, or if a person is saying something that can benefit your health. As far as the lifestyle measures that enhance the pain relief, we also want to talk about staying physically active with the regular stretching and strengthening exercises. Now, the thing about it is that you can make it through life without or hardly ever even exercising, but you just won't be fit. You just won't be fit. Your body is made to sleep and then get up and get active. It is natural to get up and be sleepy. It's not natural that, you have some very exceptional people that get up and they have a big smile and they're ready to take on the day, and they greet you with grand rising or good morning. But most people get up and they're slow, and they're cold, meaning that the muscles are cold and they're a little stiff, and they have to warm that body up before they get right into action. Now, another lifestyle measure would be managing your stress through mindfulness and breathing exercises and other relaxation techniques. Maintaining a healthy body weight to reduce stress on your joints. Maintain a healthy body weight to reduce stress on your joints. So again, back to balance. Don't overdo it. If you're over 60 years old, you shouldn't be pumping up, unless you like some pro and you condition yourself and you've been doing it for years. But for the most part, for chronic inflammatory pain, the combination of turmeric, which is the curcumin, the ginger, and the boswellia, has some of the strongest evidence among the herbs options, or the herbal options, for localized muscle or nerve pain. Topical arnica and capsaicin can provide additional relief while minimizing the whole body's side effects. So that's something definitely to keep in mind. And then lastly, I want to go over some of the categories and the types of herbs. Herbs can be classified according to their therapeutic actions, plant parts, culinary uses, chemical constituents, or the traditional healing systems. Now, understanding these categories helps to identify the most appropriate herbs for specific health concerns. And we will look at first, we have the anti-inflammatory herbs. These herbs reduce inflammation and common cause of pain and many chronic diseases. And these herbs are turmeric, again, the curcumin, and then we have gingerol in the ginger, frankincense or boswellia, rosemary, tulsi or holy basil. You have your green tea, cat's claw, licorice root, and meadowsweet, which you hardly ever hear anybody talk about. But meadowsweet has been shown that it works very well when it comes to arthritis, autoimmune conditions, muscle pain, cardiovascular health, and inflammatory bowel conditions. So that's it for this day, and I'm sure you got a lot out of it. At this time, if you have any questions, it'd be great to, if you have comments or questions, ask. While you're doing that, I just want to say that herbs are, they're substances that you can use all the way through life. Fortunately, you don't have to do it all the time. You can take herbs sporadically. Instead of ginger every day, you can take ginger as you need it, which means like if you ate something, especially those of us that are eating greasy food, then you can take the gingerol, the ginger, and this will help to reduce some of the cramping, and sometimes it can cause diarrhea. You want to keep balance on a steady basis. Green tea is underspoken when it comes to its benefits. Green tea is awesome, it's beautiful, and it works very, very well. Holy basil is also wonderful for people that have the inflammation in the joints, your muscles, tendons, your back, the nape of your neck, your shoulders. All of that is very, very important. So keep all those things in mind. I'll go to Carolyn now. Carolyn, do we have any comments or any questions?
Yes, absolutely. From Denise Payne says physical activity is key for optimum health.
Yeah.
And also, question is, what herbs can help for nerve pain?
Oh, all of the ones that I just read. So, you have other ones like kava kava that I didn't read. You have curare, which is golden seal root. Chamomile is excellent. You also have green tea, which is very, very good. And you have rosemary and chamomile. So all of those are wonderful choices.
All right, thank you so much. That was the only question. Over on Instagram, Damaris Isales says gracias.
Gracias. Oh, gracias. And
And
I appreciate that. I should say de nada. You sometimes I freeze when I'm starting. I'm a beginner at Spanish, and I love it. It's just so much, and even Arabic. I don't know why. I'm taking both of them, but I really love Spanish. I think we're gonna have to learn Spanish because the Spanish population is definitely increasing, and the foods are very easy to change into the just all the plant-based foods. Now there's a lot, there's meat and all that there, and people have shrimp and then chicken and all those other things, and you might have that once in a while. Who am I to say? All I can do is say that I want to give you some alternatives so that you don't abuse yourself and have no choices. You do have choices. You don't have to abuse yourself, and you can enjoy it while you're doing it. You don't have to like, oh man, this stuff sure is nasty, but it's supposed to be good for you. No, it's not meant like that. You do have things that there are some medication that if you chew them, oh man, you'll never forget that experience. And then you have other different types of holistic approaches that involves different therapeutic actions the different parts of plants and other culinary uses. Get in the kitchen. Get in the kitchen. Get in the kitchen. You got to get in the kitchen. Learn to like your kitchen more. Learn to like your food more. Look at beautiful photos of food. Talk about it. Look at it. Like it. And then smell the aroma of it. And this will give you a better relationship with food. If you're just not used to some of the food, you will get used to it. It's just a matter of repetition.
Yes, and you mentioned with the food as well, and that's why I'm happy when I go to like a restaurant with my family, and it'll be a plant based or vegan restaurant, and they say, "Oh, this is good," because people automatically when they think of something healthier, or even it being vegan or plant based, they automatically think it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be tasty. It won't have any flavor. It's gonna be bland. All those things. So that's always fun to show people that the food is good. It doesn't matter if it's vegan or non-vegan. If the person that was preparing the food knows how to cook, and they do it right, it's gonna be good. You're gonna add, seasonings, and the flavor and the texture is very important as well. But if that combination of things, if it's there, that's what's gonna make your food taste good. It doesn't matter if it's meat or not.
Well, you're absolutely right, Carolyn, because if we read our history, our forefathers, they would prepare food. It wasn't the meat, it wasn't the fish, it wasn't what kind of animal is this? We get a different taste. Some of the foods that we ate, most people said it tastes just like chicken. Uh,
Yeah,
but the way that we made it taste differently are the seasonings, just as you're saying.
exactly.
Yeah, so learn how to get in the kitchen, get in the kitchen, get in the kitchen. We need to, we
We
need,
need to write that on a shirt, put that on a shirt.
yeah,
There,
get in the kitchen.
there's a question on Instagram from Ruth Taylor. Says, can cayenne be good for pain if you ingest it as well as topical?
Hi, Ruth. Yes, it can be topical. As I looked at, let me see how I can bring these back up. There are tubes with capsaicin in it. They don't call it red pepper, but that's what makes this hot. If you look at your screen, you will see capsaicin there. You see, and with this is less than you need a small amount to use to put on your body, as you were saying. Can you apply it to your skin? Yes. And then you can also eat or drink it. And with the peppers, you'll find that they're really good because capsaicin and the herb itself is actually something that is a cure. Is called a cure-all. The cure-alls would be the red pepper and golden seal root. They augment the benefits of other herbs, and they make foods taste very, very good. And that's what's so important about eating. As Carolyn is stating, you know, it's easy for you to get in there, experiment, use your nose, use your five senses, and come up with a different taste. And it won't happen if you just keep depending on somebody else to prepare your foods. It's good every once in a while to be in a situation where you have someone serving you. But let me tell you, you get spoiled really fast, and you'll start eating the food, and it'll be delicious, and then you'll get away from your style and the way that you prepare your food. So don't get too comfortable because you will do yourself a disservice. It's really a lot of fun. Take your time to experiment. Get in the kitchen. Get in the kitchen. And another thing about getting in the kitchen, by the way, is that you know is you. You know what you're doing. You know, washing your hands, washing the fruit, soaking the vegetables, brushing the dirt off the tomatoes or potatoes or so forth. All of that stuff. But when you're in some people feel like, oh, you know what, we're close, and that might work. That might work. Husband and wife, cousin and uncle, aunt and uncle, what have you. But it still it doesn't dismiss the importance of knowing the effect of a aerosol, which is how the bacteria, if it is airborne, if it's in the air, then you're talking. Remember, when a person sneezes and they cough, that particular aerosol can hang around that area for up to 2 hours. So when people do like somebody cough and then they remove their mask like that, say, oh no, it's gone, man, that's been gone. No, it's not so. So you can get sick and say, I didn't touch anybody, I wasn't around anybody. Especially if you go to those big massive crowds. I would say if you're outside, it's safer because you have wind blowing, and what sometimes is better to have something that is moving the aerosol away. But if you don't have that aerosol there, you don't have to worry about it. But I would say take care of your hygiene if you're going to be in the kitchen. My mother didn't allow us to come from outside and go straight to the kitchen. She didn't allow it. She just get in there, wash your hands, and go and do your whatever she would say, do your homework or what have you. But she didn't allow it. And as I grew older, I implemented that with my family also. So it's just a wonderful thing. So there you go. Any more?
No other questions on
Okay.
any of them.
Instagram. How about Instagram?
No, none on Instagram. I was looking over there too.
I want to say hello to My Purpose Production before we get out of here. And I've said hello to everybody. Ruth, thank you very much for being very active this morning. And Damaris, thank you so much for being here. De nada. I thank you. Mucho gusto. So I'm going to go over here. So we got everything done now. We feel good. Now you go out and do it. Thank you very much to all the families now starting to listen to us. Even those people that can't get up this morning or other mornings. Thank you. The wonderful Dr. James will be back with us the third Saturday of August, right?
Yes.
And so mark your calendars. It's so great to have him on. He is dynamic. This is a brother that people are listening to more and more, and they're listening because they're catching up with him. They're hearing him on the show, and he's hearing them speak elsewhere. But really beautiful vibe, brilliant doctor, and he's just really one of the most wonderful MDs that I know, and that's saying a lot because I know a lot of MDs. But it's really up to you to make the decision to be healthy and to be consistent with it, to pass the word on, and to help others. Okay? Thank you very much from me and from Carolyn. We want to tell you thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Dr. James. Thank you, everybody, for your wonderful support. And please keep doing it. I'm Dr. Zarif, the nutritionist.